my day. Change my day. Change my name. Hey Latoya, hey Monica, hey Stacy. Join in, guys. Join in and say hello. I see other people on the live. Change my day. Hey Elizabeth. Change my name. I'll never be the same. Hey Aaron. Oh, I'll never be the same. Hey Ari. I'm doing great, Elizabeth. How are you? Oh, never be the same. Never be the same. You'll never be the same. You'll never be the same. Hey Shantia. Be the same. Never be the same. Never be the same. Hey Katia. Never be the same. So I was telling you guys earlier, how's everybody doing? Super Sunday. I was so busy today. I woke up and went to church, and then I came home. I cooked real quick, and then I went to a relationship show. So it was more of poetry, but it was definitely delivering the message. And so it brought me back to 2004, which was like a critical time in my life where I had started my first business, and it was a cafe in Park Slope. And I was in a relationship where prior to starting the cafe, I was, hey Herman, prior to starting the cafe, I was a housewife. So, you know, because I was so tired of not being happy, not being the person that I am, because I'm a go-getter, and being a housewife was just not my cup of tea. You know, I may have had everything. All the bills were paid. I didn't have to worry about food. I didn't have to worry about anything. My kids went to dance school. They went to piano school. They just, I mean, everything was great for them. But in the midst of all that, having this wonderful fairy tale life, I wasn't very happy. So, and my spouse at the time, he didn't really believe in me. He didn't really believe in me because he didn't know me. We didn't really know each other. So we met each other, and then within 3 months or 4 months, because we were with each other every single day. So, hey Monica, we moved together so quickly, and we didn't really get to know each other. Like after 4 months, we moved in together, and you know, I started to get to know him then, instead of me getting to know him before we actually moved in together. So he was the type of person that everything was his way or the highway. He didn't really want to hear much about what I wanted to say or what I wanted to do. And it was basically him always trying to tell me what to do, how to do. Even if I was washing dishes, he wanted to tell me how to wash dishes. If I was washing clothes, he wanted to tell me how to wash clothes. And I'm a woman where my mother taught me as a child how to do everything. So I really didn't need him to try to tell me how to do a lot of things. So it was annoying at some point because further down the line when we moved, into the relationship further, I started seeing things that I really didn't like. So, it's like, trying to figure out what do you want out of a relationship. So I've had other relationships where I wasn't a housewife. So it came to a point where, oh, wow, my life is so good now. I don't have to worry about anything. I don't have to worry about bills. I don't have to worry about my kids are having the best of life, but it's all about if you're happy. You're happy with the situation. Money can't buy happiness. Money cannot buy happiness. It cannot buy anything to make you feel that you are wanted. It doesn't give you all of that. And so I wanted to, I remember back then I used to write poetry because I used to be in so much pain. So I used to write my pain. I used to write it in poetry. And so I had a cafe, and in the cafe, so what we did on Saturdays, we had all the poets come in, and we used to, all the poets in the neighborhood or from wherever, because we didn't really have social media then, so we couldn't really advertise to a mass media of people. So it was very limited. It was word of mouth more than anything because everybody was telling each other about it, and every time they came back, they brought another friend. So, it started getting bigger, and at the same time, I was selling food and selling more of whatever I had in there, pastries, dessert, salads, wraps. It was basically a lot of wraps. That's what we sold over there. So, and I remember I used to write everything I was feeling in poetry. So I had a book, and today the event that I went to, everything that they told you about relationships all was in a form of poetry. And it was 3 poets, and it was powerful. Some of them I posted for you. If you go down, below, if you scroll down, you will see that I posted it earlier. And so what I want to tell you is that you have to know what you're looking for in a relationship. You have to know what makes you happy. When you are no longer 20 years old, you're at a point in your life where you've been in that certain space before. You've been there. And so every time a new relationship comes, you should know what's a no-no. You should know at that point that certain things you're not going to accept, certain things that you're not going to deal with. And you have to be strong enough to know that and identify it at the beginning. And, the first thing you need to do in a relationship when you meet someone is to get to know each other. Do things where you are going to be able to talk, get to know each other, know the person's favorite color, know their favorite perfume, know their favorite dish, know, hey, Deborah, know their favorite pair of shoes, their favorite outfit. You need to know all these things about this person. You need to know what makes them happy. You need to have an understanding with each other. And not only that, you have to determine, is this person the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with? Because if you are like in your 30s or your 40s and you start getting into new relationships, so don't let people waste your time, because number one, you have to know, and as the poet said today, he said, if they love you, either they set you free or they marry you. So, and he has a t-shirt, which I purchased one. It says, no more boyfriends. So stop wasting time with people that are not willing to give you a commitment after 10 years, 20 years you've been with them, or even 5 years. You need to be that person of value where they recognize your value and they commit to you, and boyfriend is just not enough. Boyfriend is just not enough. And for the men that's listening, girlfriends is just not enough. So if you start spending your time with people and you spend 5 years with somebody and you're not happy, there's no passion, there's no affection, there's nothing that's exciting about that relationship. But then you hold on to it. You're holding on to it because you feel that you're afraid. You're afraid because you feel like you can't move forward. And you feel like